Hello, and welcome to my video. Is it possible to make a successful YouTube video with just the camera of your smartphone? In a world where technology is constantly advancing, we have cameras that can take pictures of planets light years away. Could the camera on your iPhone be good enough to make a video? You're probably thinking, yes, of course it is. It's not that hard. In fact, I'm doing it right now. And you'd be right to remark the obvious. However, looking at what the internet has to offer, most videos are shot with high-definition cameras, with advanced lighting in the background, and microphones that can pick up a mouse's whisper. According to the Brazilian Institute of Science and Technology,
and Iris Moore's Going Viral, an analysis of YouTube videos, which was published in 2014 under St. John's University.
As of 2009, there were over 100 million users on YouTube, and that number is believed to have grown up to almost 1 billion users. I was one of these content creators on YouTube years ago, and my experience and research have led me to create a step-by-step process to help you make your first internet video. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to create and post your first video following these steps. Prepare your environment, set up the camera, record your content, edit and add missing pieces, and share to social media. To start off, I want to apologize for lying to you. I'm not going to tell you how to make a YouTube video, but how to turn an idea from your head into a live representation of your creativity. It's not clickbait. This representation can be spread onto social media, but it doesn't necessarily have to. What's important is that you remain authentic and express your personality. The first step is to utilize what's available to you. If it is just a phone, then you're 100% ready. However, if you do have a tripod or a lamp, take advantage of that to add some extra elements to your video. You may need to download a video editing application to assist you when you're making changes later. If you're wondering what to record or if your idea is original, stop thinking. Your idea is not original and it will always have an audience. I guarantee it. People are willing to watch literally anything. The thought you're going to have is shared by someone else, so don't second guess yourself. Sharing your personal opinion is going to create an audience that follows a multi-step flow model that consists of the general public, according to Iris Moore. Secondly, you're going to want to set the stage. This includes lighting, background, and a microphone. Try and pick a background that isn't distracting and a light source that is behind the camera to avoid shadows on the subject of the video. In this case, it would be me. Really quick, before you start to record, you want to make sure that your battery is full enough to last the recording and position the camera in such a way that everything you want to be shown is in the frame. If you're just recording yourself speaking, as I am, you want to make sure that your body is far enough from the camera that your entire torso can be seen, so any gestures can be picked up on. Once you've set the scene, you want to make sure that you have a script or some sort of outline that will make the editing process easier, as well as organize your thoughts while making it. Make sure to include an intro, content, and outro or conclusion. In your intro, you want to be inclusive as possible and preface it is the most clear and concise way possible. The content, like mentioned earlier, can be anything. And the outro must thank the viewer for taking the time to bother clicking on your video and maybe sum up what happened in the content portion. And of course, encouraging them to view your other content. The next step is to rewatch what you just recorded. If you do need to re-record for whatever reason, make sure you take what went well and do that again, while attempting to fix what went wrong the first time. This trial and error process is completely up to you, as you are your own worst critic. But once you are done recording, you get to go through the long and excruciating process of editing your recording. Again, this is dependent on you and how much time and effort you want to sink into your project. When looking back at what you've made, you may want to check for any stutters, moments in hindsight you might want to cut out, or any other filler moments that can be excluded from the video. An app that gets the job done is iMovie, and while being laughed at in the filmmaking community, is reliable for getting your video done perfectly. While you're editing, you can add any pictures or videos to enhance your message. You can add music for dramatic effects, sound effects for comedic effects, or filters to change the tone. These can be pre-recorded on your phone or taken as you think of them. The last step, after proof watching of course, is to take to YouTube and upload your video. Before you do, you're going to want to download the edited version of your video onto your phone. Next, once you're in the YouTube app, simply press the plus icon at the bottom of the screen and press upload a video. Select your video and create an appropriate title, or don't, depending on how you want to come across to your audience. Wait for your video to finish processing, and then you're done. You have made your first YouTube video. It's important to note that your first YouTube video is your most important one, as the internal and external references to your video will be at its highest.
This is according to Flavio Figueiredo, who in 2011 wrote the article The Tube Over Time for the Federal University in Brazil.
Now, like I said, what you made on your phone does not have to be uploaded to social media, by no means. Whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or even for your own viewing pleasure, these steps are still applicable to make it look the best it can. As I wrap up my presentation, I want to remind you that all these steps will help you create a smooth, effective video for you to express yourself. Be sure to have fun, and I look forward to seeing what you have made for everyone. Oh, and the last thing we want to consider is the time limit.